Hey, I did want to talk, since we're talking Rivers of Gold, I did want to talk about your charity, which is Rivers of Gold for Gamers for Cures. And it's a great charity. It's one I like to pump up every year. So tell us about this charity that you run. And I think it's coming up, right, Dan?
So this year's event, it's always the second weekend of November, which I guess is always Veterans Day. I think that's when Veterans Day always is that second weekend. It's so this year it's the it's 11/9, so it's November 9th this year. And it's basically, it was a 24-hour board game marathon, but we've kind of scaled it back because,
we're getting old.
We're getting old. Nobody really wants to be up for 24 hours. There is every year we do like a little I do an after a survey after, and a couple of people were like, "Oh, bring it back to 24," but the vast majority were like, "Oh, it's just fine." But anyway, so way back when, my daughter's got Turner syndrome, which is a full or partial deletion of the second X chromosome in women. That and she got diagnosed at about 4 or 5 years old. And I wanted to bring awareness, so to help raise money for Turner Syndrome Society of the Carolinas in the U.S. So as we were doing a 5K in Raleigh, I was trying to think of what we could do. And I knew that there was Extra Life, but Extra Life was really only for video gaming at the time. So I was like, well, why don't I create a charity? And let's get a nice 24-hour board game marathon going. And I wasn't sure how well it was going to be received, but I knew people would want to do it because gamers, I mean, BJ, you and Steve, I mean, any excuse to game, we're there. So, I mean, it was a good excuse to play games, especially for 24 hours. So now we do it every year. We have marathoners that will, donate this year, donate about $125. You donate, and I give a swag bag, and then you get access to the store for the full 18 hours. The store doesn't basically open until 10 or 11, but you'll have access to the store from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. And then you also get a swag bag from me. I provide meals for all the marathoners, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a t-shirt, and like I said, the swag bag. And then we also have throughout the day, we have twice a day, we have these door prizes where anybody that comes in the store will be able to be active. Basically what happens is usually it's in the afternoon and then the evening. We kind of just decide on the day when we're going to do it. I roll out a table. I throw a whole bunch of games on there. Everybody in the store gets a raffle ticket. And then I just draw until all the games are gone. I do that twice a day. And then we also have what we call the wall. The wall is everybody's favorite thing. So we have about 90 to 100, depending on the year, 90 to 100 games on this raffle wall and they're basically like either just single games, or we have, basically a big bundle. So for instance, 1 year we had everything from Sentinels of the Multiverse. I think Justin from Restoration is going to send me a Return of Dark Tower bundle with some expansions and the minis and such. So we'll have that as one thing. And what you do is we have this big, big boxes where everybody buys dollar tickets. You put your name and number on $1 tickets, and you put into what you want to win. So basically you get to choose what games you want to win. It's just a great raffle. Also, the way we do it too is the wall goes up at the end of October. So you've got a few weeks to buy these dollar raffle tickets at the store. However, you can also go to the Gamers Armory website. I think it's just gamersarmory.com. I've got a link to it there on the board.
I bought tickets last year. It was easy.
Yeah. They make it so easy to buy tickets. And every year we've got multiple people that win. Actually, last year, Berkey over at Game Toppers LLC donated some play mats, and I had to ship a play mat out to somebody who, because somebody remote won it. So this year I made sure we're going to have it on the wall again. So I made sure I kept the box that they came in so that I could actually ship it instead of having to make a box myself, because I had thrown the boxes out last year. So it's great. It's so much fun. We have people, the foot traffic is great. It's just a lot of fun. And again, playing board games just all day long. Sometimes we have some demos there. It's just a lot of fun. And I always say I'm hoping to be able to play some games, but I'm always kind of running around, whether getting one of the meals or taking care of anything people ask for and taking pictures and stuff. But it's
so how long has this been going on?
So this will be the 11th year that we've done it. We took off for a couple years for COVID, and then it was just kind of hard to get things back and get games, get donations and such. So last year was the first year back from COVID, but we started in 2011. So this will be 11th year. We've raised $160,000 to date.
Wow.
So it's just great. Basically, we made $12,500 last year. And we just hope to be right around there this year as well.
And y'all are a 501c nonprofit, so donations are tax deductible, right?
Yep. So if you go to the link that I have on the Gamers for Cures website, I actually have a QR code there that you can go to donate. You can print out your tax receipt right there. So everything is tax free. And it's great. So it's nice and easy. And these days with taxes, man, anything we could deduct off our taxes is amazing. So it's great to be able to print it out right there and just hold on to that for your taxes. And again, let me just stress, if you're local or if you want to come into town, we still have plenty of spots left for marathoners. I mean, I've got things in the swag bag, games from Restoration Games, Arcane Wonder, 25th Century, Portal, Ape, Devere, Van Ryder. They're all games, and the swag bag is going to be gigantic. We had a great swag bag last year. This year, I almost I haven't turned anybody away because I never want to turn away donations, but our swag bag is almost getting too big. So again, just it's so
and
much
that's a swag bag, t-shirt, and meals for every marathoner.
Yep, for every marathoner. So we usually have we usually cap at about 50 for marathoners, and we usually get right about there. So yeah, and it's just a $125 or more donation, and let us know. Send me the your sign up, and then pay the donation or make the donation, and then you could be a marathoner. And then we basically all day long we just take donations there. We usually have like a little package that you can get, a T-shirt, and make some donations, and usually some raffle tickets on the day of. But it's great. The board game industry between publishers and gamers are just so good, so good to us. And it's great. I hopefully next year I'll be able to get back to Gen Con because, the secret always is, the publishers they don't really want to leave Gen Con with anything. So on Sunday, it's a lot easier to get donations than it is to email somebody.
That's true.
Hey, can you send me a game? On Sunday, when they know who you are, they're like, oh, here you go. Take some stuff.
Flash that card, flash the 501, and hey, we got a box of games. Take it back with you. Yep. That's great. Great. Yeah. Steve, what do you think? Great charity, great
it's a great charity, great opportunity to play games, just great people coming together to do this. This is great, Dan. Good on you.
And it's a lot of fun. We've got people, last year we had people from Minnesota, people from Florida, people will fly in for it. I'm hoping at some point to get Justin Jacobson, maybe next year, said he might come up. And at some point, we're going to have the Fleeples. Matt, Ben, and Adam from Motor City Game Works, we call them the Fleeples. They're going to get down to a Gamers for Cures one of these years. So I'm hoping to have them down. And I keep trying to get Marty and Tony and Rob and Patrick came one year. So if you guys ever want an excuse to visit Carolina, come on up.
Sounds
done and done.
But so we've had actually for the last 2 seasons, it's been funny. We've had just a long list of GDonk members. The game designers of North Carolina. Do you get any of those GDonk members that come over?
Oh yeah, like almost all of them end up. There's so many of them. I can't say almost all of them, but we do get a whole lot of them because it's basically where they have a lot of their meetings too. Is at the Games Armory. So they usually go to a lot of the different FLGSs around Raleigh and I think even in Nashville sometimes, which is nowhere near Raleigh. But a lot of times we'll get a lot of those guys are pretty local gamers and have been around for years.
Everyone that we've had on the show so far has been great. So it's been a joy. You guys have a great group over there.
It is a hotbed for designers for sure around here.